You see, something is going to make you feel a little bit insecure at the beginning of the week. Okay, my gorgeous Cancer. Something is going to make you feel so insecure at the beginning of this week. And then at the same time, you're going to realize that what you were kind of like, what you were keep on being insecure and what you're feeling like insecure about is also the reason why you were maybe like a limiting yourself, why you were kind of self-restricting yourself. And that in itself, it's actually going to be really good for you, because at the same time it's going to really open your eyes, and you will become aware of the importance at this stage to not rush into any conclusions, because something was already on your mind, some kind of a plan, some kind of a direction that you were feeling like you want to like really get to, you were feeling like you want to get to, like you want to do this, you want to maybe even like cut the certain corners in order to get where you want to get. Well, passionately, this, it's good to be passionate, but just sometimes, there are certain aspects that we should be kind of paying attention to before we are like starting something big, or before we are starting some kind of a journey, or taking some kind of a project or a new endeavor. So this is why this is going to be so important for you to understand that the fact that you're going to become aware of like exactly which part of your life made you feel so insecure, it was also affecting your, like it was making you feel self-restricted, but it's also like kind of limiting you, when it comes to your way of thinking, when it comes to your way of talking. And this is all going to boil down, or going to point towards you realizing to not to rush into any conclusions at this moment in time. And only a couple of days later after that, you are going to realize, what, I have to follow certain rules still. You are going to become aware of some kind of a bigger picture here, but at the same time, you're going to realize and you're going to understand that you need to follow certain rules in order to achieve some kind of like independence. But this independence is going to reflect not only on your own success, not only on your happiness, but it's also going to reflect on your financial situation. You are going to feel like extremely kind of challenged, because somebody is kind of maybe going to kind of also at the beginning of the week, someone is going to like kind of someone is going to be challenging you. Someone is going to be like kind of, someone is going to irritate you, someone is going to challenge you, and that in itself, it's like a kind of, you are going to feel challenged, and that in itself, it's like going to require from you to be truth to yourself, stay true to yourself no matter what. You have to defend your position here, you have to protect your position, you're going to need to stand your ground. So when someone is actually challenging you at the beginning of the week, I don't like this person whatsoever, because that person who is going to be challenging you is having some kind of a hidden agenda. No, baby, no. This is no friend. This is nobody who is a friend. This is nobody who is a family member. This is just somebody who is going to kind of enter your stage or enter your life at this moment, this week. But it's also to do with you kind of needing to speak to someone or needing to go through someone in order to kind of find out something that you want or do something that you want. So this is going to be like some kind of a barrier or someone that you're going to need to speak beforehand. You know what I mean? Because it's to do with you dealing with an important aspect of your life. So the bottom line is, I hope this is not too confusing. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. But the bottom line is that, when you feel challenged at the beginning of this week, you don't have to like go crazy. You don't have to kind of explode. You just stay true to yourself, because we're also talking about someone. I don't like this person whatsoever. There is a hidden agenda, but you don't need to let them know what you know. You don't need to make them aware of what you are aware of about them. But most importantly here, what I find really interesting is that we are talking about someone who is extremely powerful and strong when it comes to their energy and their vibration. this person has got the skills that are like a leader, you know, but also at the same time intimidating. So this is going to be affecting you. So when people are intimidating and strong and powerful, then they just sometimes they do something to us, and they intimidate us, and then we are not 100% of what we should be. But you're going to be facing the part of your life when you need to come out, you know, like 100%, because it's to do with your life, it's to do with your spiritual journey. And I repeat, your life is yours to live. You are the one who knows what you want to do in your life. You are the one who needs to make decisions in your life. I repeat the importance of that. And even if you make a wrong decision, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're not ready for the specific path. Do you know what I mean? Things are happening when they're meant to be happening. Things are unfolding when they're meant to be unfolding. So this is going to be part of the challenge that you are going to have here. You have to you have to put your foot down. You have to defend and protect your position. You have to stand your ground. But at the same time, you need to kind of like really understand and make sure that like you don't argue or anything like that. You just like kind of stay true to yourself, because that particular person is going to make you to try to think that like they are thinking, but they're being very selfish about something. So they're thinking more about themselves. So you just like kind of do anything that comes naturally to you in terms of understanding like how you're going to kind of respond and reflect on what this person is going to try to say or do. You just have to completely trust yourself and follow your intuition, and do not like kind of like a really kind of slow yourself down, or don't kind of keep certain words in or things like that. I'm not meaning like swear words or anything like that. No, baby, no. I'm just telling you that, you know, it needs to be, you are going to need to express yourself and explain yourself, you know, as much as you possibly can. So that's why I'm saying about, that's why I'm talking about that when we are kind of dealing with the people who are very intimidating, then they have this impact on us when we are not completely ourselves, and then we don't say everything that we should have said. And this is an important time for you to put your points across. So you need to get this right, my gorgeous Cancerinis. This is very important indeed, and this is also going to help you so much to understand something. A couple of days later, you're going to understand something so special and so specific about yourself, in terms of you actually getting a different perspective. So by you putting your foot down, by you kind of like being yourself, by you staying true to yourself, by you defending and protecting your position, at the same time you are doing something so important, because this is going to help you to get a different perspective, and it's going to show you exactly which part of your life do you have to pause, delay and wait. And it's also going to show you like which voluntary sacrifice do you need to make, you know, because at the same time it's all about you understanding that, you know, in order to take this change on, in order to take this on, there is also going to be a little sacrifice that you're going to need to make. And the sacrifice that you're going to need to make, it's going to come in a form of you understanding completely now which kind of are old and bad ideas. You know, the part of all this transition and journey is you understanding exactly which ideas do you need to let go of, but they are quite bad and old as well. So by the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Cancerini, this is when things are going to start becoming really interesting here indeed. You can literally expect the unexpected. I'm telling you, the midweek, you can expect the unexpected. So basically, what does that mean? That you are going to gain an insight, okay? And an insight that you are going to gain at around the midweek, it's at the same time going to help you to reevaluate old beliefs and find new truths. Just remember this. So an insight, so this, you can expect the unexpected, literally. Just remember this, and that means that you are going to gain an insight how to reevaluate old beliefs and find new truths. And that in itself is going to lead towards you realizing exactly which aspect, which part of your life needs more closure, which part of your life feels incomplete, which part of your life you're not satisfied with. And then at the same time, you know, it's like this in itself is going to maybe create just a little bit of problems when it comes to a new endeavor in your life. So this is going to create just a little bit of an emotional confusion, especially when it comes to the new, like a new endeavor in your life. And the reason why you're going to feel a little bit of an emotional confusion confusion, and it's almost as if you are going to need like a people in your life, or somebody who's like very close to you, very important to you, certain people who mean to you so much, wonderful, beautiful people in your life. They are going to be playing an important role, and they are connected to this, almost as if you're going to be waiting for the people in your life to give you the green light and let you know what, this is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. There is nothing wrong with this whatsoever. So you are just going to feel like you need a little bit of an advice, and this is something that was like kind of like a holding you down, because by the time you get to the last part of this week, it's all about like you feeling so happy and excited and emotionally content, because you are going to feel very loved and supported. You see what I mean? You're going to feel really loved and supported by those people in your life that means to you so much, like family members or great friends. Do you know what I mean? So that's exactly what you need. That this in itself is going to clear so much of the actual emotional confusion, especially when it comes to these problems with the new Indavia, you see. And that in itself is going to be the time when you are going to feel so passionate. You're going to feel like, oh my God, I'm just going to absolutely go for it. It's about you feeling very creative, very motivated when it comes to that new Indavia, but also like extremely energized, because it's all about this passion, and that you're going to feel this optimistic energy, and it's all going to lead towards this like a really creative spark. So you are going to feel extremely creative about this new Indavia. So this is going to be impossible for you not to notice, my gorgeous Cancerini. So you just go by this vibration where you're gonna feel this creative spark and your passion being ignited like never before. What you need to understand that this is indeed to do with a very important new beginning, new stage in your life, but it's also to do with you reaching a milestone in so many different ways. This is going to make you to celebrate this achievement within the next few months already, let alone about solid foundations you're about to lay that you can build so much upon later on. This is absolutely brilliant. And also at around the end of the week, you are going to become aware of some like a kind of like a certain something is about to emerge, something that was hidden. It's about something that was hidden, something that was buried. It's about to emerge, and that in itself, it's really going to be connected to the part of your life from a long time ago, as something in your childhood, something that happened a long time ago. It's some kind of information that you're going to become aware of. It's going to help you to move on so much. You will see how much a certain aspect of your life affected you from a long time ago, from your childhood, something that happened in your childhood, something unusual, something that you're not too proud of, something that made you feel maybe a little bit uncomfortable and maybe a little bit unhappy. Everybody has got like unusual things maybe in their lives. It's part of our spiritual journey, and also it depends. It's just to do with a huge palette of things, that could actually happen. It all depends how we feel when we go through lives. Some people are really strong. Some people are extremely sensitive. I'm not saying that you're either of those. You know what I mean? I think that you're quite strong actually, but you come across being sensitive, but you're ridiculously strong actually. This is the thing about you, my gorgeous Cancerini. But the bottom line is that you will see that this is an important stage. So suddenly at the end of the week, you are going to feel very kind of like nostalgic, and nostalgia is going to be pointing you again towards the part of your life where something happened, something unfolded, maybe in your childhood, and that made you feel like, oh no, like uncomfortable or unhappy, or you weren't too happy with that aspect of your life, But at the same time, there is something that you're going to realize here. Something really specific, something really interesting, and that realization is going to help you to move on. That realization is also going to make you aware of how special you are, how beautiful you are, how unique you are, and that realization is also going to be like a pretty much so completely connected to that new Indavia. You will kind of be able to connect the dots. You will be able to realize the actual spiritual domino like at this moment in time. So what you're going to become aware of is it's not only going to really make you aware, it's going to let you know that you're kind of ready for this new endeavor, almost like it's going to bring you that last piece of like, oh my god, you know, because it's like it's a lot of like a hard work ahead of you that you're going to become aware of. But I'm not saying that I was slowing you down, but I'm just saying that now you're gonna find this even more delicious, you know, stage of your life coming slowly but surely. But it's all about you realizing that, you know, this is all about your own independence, doing something really big. And at the same time, it's going to really kind of like get rid of so many restrictions in your life. It's going to help you to be so much more flexible, but at the same time, it's really going to put you in the mode of like, what do you want to explore? There's so many ideas that you're going to have at around the end of the week. And also at the same time, the happiness, you know, the happiness you haven't felt in an absolute ages, my gorgeous Cancerini. This in itself, it's a sign that the new door are about to open. The new portal, it's about to open for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Cancer, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.